back to my channel for another video. I've got Easton joining me today because we're doing his 3-month update. 3 months. Yeah. So I'm doing his 3-month update today. I'm a little bit late at filming this, but I did get all the stats and stuff from when he was 3 months. So I will share all of that information with you. You ready? You ready? Want your ball? Want your ball? There you go. Alright, so I'm going to break this up in a few different categories. I'm going to talk about his feeding, his sleeping, his development, his growth, where he's at, basically at 3 months old. So we're going to start with growth. This is a big boy. He's big. This is 6-month clothes. So he's just got this little basic white onesie and little sweatpants, and they're 6 months. And they're getting a little snug, so he's a big boy. He was weighing in at almost just shy of 15 pounds at 3 months. So he's quite big, and he's long as well. He's about 26.5 inches long. Yeah, he's a big guy. So in relation to that, he's still exclusively breastfed. We are feeding about every 3 to 4 hours during the day, and then he's going about 5 hours at a time at night, which is great. I don't know exactly how many ounces he's eating at a time because we are, like I said, exclusively breastfeeding. But when he is taking the bottle, if I have to pump and he's taking the bottle, he's taking about 5 ounces at a time. So he's eating, he's a champ. Breastfeeding is still going great. I had a very forceful letdown in the beginning and like an oversupply, but that's kind of sort of tapered off and everything seems like it's back to normal. Right? Yes. So his sleeping is where we struggle a little bit more. He is still sleeping in our room at night, and we just started using the crib for his daytime naps. He is breastfed to sleep, which is probably not the best habit to have. So I just recently, now that he's 3 months, started putting him in his crib groggy but awake, just so that he can learn to try and fall asleep on his own. I know it's going to take a little bit of time, like 3 months is hard for them to self-soothe, but I know it's going to come. At nighttime, I struggle a little bit more because I'm tired and it's hard for me to be awake for an hour and try and get him to self-soothe back to bed. So I have taken that habit to feed him to bed, which is probably not ideal, but like I said, we're working on that. So he's napping between 2 and 3 times during the day. He's not a great napper. Some naps are only half an hour. Some naps are in the car seat when we're driving. You know, a really good nap for him is like an hour and a half. So that's not super well established. That's, like I said, where we struggle the most. So we're working on that because I'd like for him to have a few solid naps during the day. But again, he's 3 months, so we can't expect him to be on a super good schedule yet. It's going to come in the next few months. I'm very optimistic about that. He's chewing on something. What are you chewing on? You want your ball? There you go. Yeah, so, and then nighttime is always about the same time. We start his nighttime routine around 7, and then he's in bed and sleeping by 7:30. Like I said, he's still sleeping in our room for the most part at nighttime, just because it's easier for me to, hi, hello, just because it's easier for me to breastfeed him and change him and stuff during the night. He's waking up on average about twice a night still, so if I put him down around 7:30 or 8, he's up around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and then he's up again around 4 or 5. And then he'll go back down until 7 or 8, which is wonderful. But I find the 4 or 5 o'clock hour quite the struggle because he wants to be awake. He doesn't want to go back down. Now he's tired. He doesn't want to go back down at that time, and I'm not ready to get up at 4 o'clock. So we nurse him, and then he tries to sleep a little bit, right? Yes. He's tired now. He's only had like a very short half-hour nap this morning, so we're working on that, right? All right, so let's go right into the development aspect of it. I know. Number 1, he's been chatty a lot. He makes all kinds of sounds now, and if we talk to him, he'll coo back, which is super nice, eh? Yeah. He's smiling a lot, especially to his brothers and to mommy and daddy, and to other people too that come around, grandparents and friends and stuff. He's very cuddly. All right? Yeah. He's not yet laughing. Not laughing out loud yet. He's very drooly. Hey, are you drooly? He's very, very drooly. So maybe teeth are gonna come in sooner rather than later. I've kind of felt his gums and stuff, and there's no teeth yet, right? But he's chewing his, oh, don't chew mommy's hair. He's chewing his hands an awful lot. Are you chewing your fingers a lot? Yeah, aren't you? So he's chewing his hands a lot. He's very drooly. He's smiling. What else do we do? Oh yeah, he really loves these O-ball toys. They're perfect. And we have a ton of these different O-ball toys. He can grab onto them really easily. If we do tummy time, which he's starting to love now, he reaches out for the toys, which is really cool. These he can just hold on to, and I ended up putting a pacifier clip tied to his pants so that if he does end up dropping it, we're out and about, it's not rolling onto the floor. It's happened to me at a restaurant a couple weeks ago, and because he wasn't yet grabbing stuff at that point, and I didn't want to have to keep washing it, so I just tied it up onto his pants or his blankie or whatever we're doing at that point, stroller or whatnot. What else are we doing? What else are we doing? So we're talking, we're smiling, we're drooling lots and lots. You're really liking tummy time, you like your toys. It's really exciting to see him play with toys now. He used to not play, not acknowledge anything. We'd put him on his play mat and he would just look up at like the blinking star that made music and stuff. And now he's actually grabbing on and pulling onto the toys. Everything gravitates to his mouth, which is fine. It's just a development part of it. I think he could be doing a little bit more when it comes to tummy time, really pushing himself up, really like extending his arms, and he's not there yet, which is okay. Everything you kind of read are just guidelines. He's not rolling over yet. He's not pushing himself up as much as other babies. But then again, you know, like I said, they're just guidelines. You don't have to take any of that developmental milestones too seriously. The doctor's not really worried. He said as long as he's supporting his head and stuff. But he's got quite a big head, so it was a struggle in the beginning. I think that's all I have to share with the development part of this. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna forget something because everything's been so new and exciting the past couple weeks. You know, the first 2 months they're not really doing a whole lot, and then they develop and it becomes really, really exciting to see them. So we've got a bunch of new toys. I couldn't wait till Christmas. So we've got a bunch of new toys and activities that we're gonna start doing with him. So I'm really excited for him to be able to do those and play in those bouncers and different play gyms and stuff. So maybe at his 4-month update, I'll be able to share a little bit of that with you. It's gonna be really exciting. Hey? So yeah, that's all I have for development. A couple other things I wanted to talk about was, number one, when he was a week old, we had seen his pediatrician and they thought they heard a click in one of his hips. So we ended up being referred to the Children's Hospital when he was 6 weeks. We went there, we got an ultrasound, and everything seemed great. He felt super traumatized. He was not pleased with getting that ultrasound. They were, you know, pushing his hips and pulling his hips and moving him over, and he was not impressed. No, you weren't. So we left there very confident, everything was fine, and then they gave us a call back. You need to come in for a follow-up. I said, well, I thought everything was fine. Why do we have to go in for a follow-up? Again, the nerves started striking up again. I was getting stressed out. I know it's not the end of the world to have hip dysplasia, but I have a friend whose daughter has been in a Pavlik harness for 3 months, and she's just older than EASTON by 2.5 months, 3 months. And you know, while it's not the end of the world, it's really not ideal, especially with our climate at this time of year. It gets really chilly and they can't wear sleepers and they can't wear pants. So it was something that we didn't want to have to do, but I know like we would have done it obviously if we didn't have a choice, but everything seemed to have worked out okay. So we're excited about that. Oh, look at you drooling. Look at you drooling. So drool. Yeah, so I think that's all I have to share with you guys for his 3-month update. This big guy is growing and growing and growing, and we're so blessed to have him as part of our family. He fits right in. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And once again, if you're new, subscribe to my channel to get more mommy and baby updates.